Give it to me. Okay. Hold up. Hey, you're on speakerphone on the podcast.
Hey, that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping I got the Storytellers podcast. Legit. I was like, I really hope they're potting right now.
We literally started right when you called.
You hit it on the money.
Oh, really? Nice. Nice. Well, what's going on, beautiful people?
All right. What story you got?
What story do I got? That's an excellent question.
Wait, hold on. I got something to share.
Oh.
With Josiah.
Why don't you share something?
Yeah, you already know this, Isaac. All right, Josiah. The other day, I misgendered Isaac.
Yes.
How?
You would 100% misgendered me hardcore.
You literally said she?
Yeah, in the newsletter.
Oh.
A public newsletter. He called me a woman, and I was like, I texted him right away, and I was like, pause. Like, just wait a second here. We've been friends for a long time.
You're like, whoa. The hair needs to be just cut so quick.
Yeah. So the context is, I was putting together the Payoff Challenge newsletter. Whoop, sorry, hold on. I was putting together the Payoff Challenge newsletter, and I was doing the.
You're using ChatGPT,
No,
right?
no, I wasn't. I was putting together the spotlight, and I was using Isaac that week for his payoff of his house that he's done so far.
Yeah.
And I had copied over the spotlight from someone the week prior.
Ooh, yikes.
And the week prior was a female, and I missed one of the she's turning it into a he. So Isaac was like, dude, now I know how you feel about me.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting there at work when I read that, and I just died laughing.
Yeah, and then Isaac texted me, and I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. I thought I read over that. Apparently I didn't.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Bet you'll be checking next time.
Yeah. So, thanks Isaac for not, I don't know.
Not suing him.
That's what I'm here for. Better me than somebody else, so.
Yeah, actually, seriously, much better you than someone else. All right, what story you got?
Yeah, so story for for all of you who have been following my story closely, I've been single for a long time.
Ooh.
Whoa, he's coming public with
so
the little
I have a girlfriend now,
relationship.
I know.
All the
shocker,
girls,
right? I'm
stop
sorry, guys.
DMing him.
I didn't want to break it to you this
He's
way,
not
but-
available.
Yeah, so she's from Kentucky, so I go down there last weekend to visit her, and I go to her church, and her pastor, super nice, like the nicest guy ever. Also, the most awkward guy on the face of the earth. So
Oh, no.
he walks up to me, shakes my hand, and says, "Hey, I'm Josh." I'm like, "Hey, I'm Isaac." He's like, "I've heard a lot about you." And then silence. Doesn't say anything.
I've heard a lot
Like-
about you, and then he doesn't carry up.
And then he doesn't follow it up with
Follow
anything.
up on it?
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, well, it probably wasn't good stuff, but cool." And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, I didn't even know how to really respond because he didn't really leave me anything
To go off of.
And I was like, "Oh, well, like, yeah, like I've heard a lot of really good things about you, and like, yeah." And so then we go into the sanctuary. It's a smaller church,
Yeah.
and it was that awkward temperature where the air wouldn't kick on, so it just kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter.
Oh, you
And
hate
I've
that in a small
never-
church.
Yeah, I've never fought for my life so hard in church before. I'm struggling. I'm like, I I don't think I've ever fallen asleep in church, but I am about to.
Ooh,
and I'm like,
talk about first impressions.
Yeah. So I look over, and there's this old guy in the pew right across from me. Dude, this guy is passed out. Like, he's slunched over to one side, head back, mouth open, and I am dying laughing. I'm like, well, I mean, I know
Like, at
every
least
church
I'm not
has
the
to
only
have-
one, right?
Right, exactly. I'm like, well, every church has that old guy that falls asleep during church, so why not just let a younger man do it too?
Or younger woman. I don't know.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Depending on how you gender me, I guess.
Yeah.
So then after church, the pastor comes back up to me and he's like, "Well, it's like Isaac, it was so good to have you here today." And that was it. I was like,
that's all you said.
That's all he said. And I'm just like, so then I forget what I said. I said, I'm like, yeah, like, I'm glad I was able to come and, like, meet you. And, like, the sermon was great. And then he didn't say anything back. And just kind of stood there. And he's like,
And
well,
it's not like there's it's not like there's
And-
people in a line, like, ready to talk to him or something. Like,
No.
he's just, like, there to chat with
Yeah.
you, but that's all he's saying.
Yeah.
And then turns out
And
he
was
probably
like, "Well, okay," and walks away. And then she's like, "I'm so sorry, Isaac. I forgot to tell you that he's really awkward. He's the nicest guy, but he is so awkward." And I'm like, "No, it was fine. It was just funny because, like, normally, like, when people are awkward in conversations, you can at least, like, try to carry the conversation. There was nothing. And I'm just like, cool, but killer sermon, though. Killer sermon.
killer
It was
sermon. You just
crazy.
almost fell asleep.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I didn't fall asleep because of the sermon. I wanted to fall asleep because of the temperature of the room, okay?
Okay.
But anyways, so that's my story.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Well, thanks for sharing. That was great.
Of course.
Have-
And once again, I appreciate you taking my call while you were on the pod. I legit was like, I don't know if he'd actually answer if they were podding, but then I'm like,
Why
he's
not?
just crazy enough that he might. And I was like, I don't know if Caleb would. So I'm like, I'm gonna call Josiah.
Oh, I would have picked up. I for sure would have picked up. This is how this went this morning. So I texted Isaac and said, I think Josiah's coming over later to do a podcast if you're interested. And he was like, you have no idea how much I want to come over and pod with you guys. It's so fun. But my cousin is directing a play.
I heard on the phone.
Blah, blah,
He
blah.
was like, you have no idea. I'd much rather go do a pod rather than watch this play.
Yeah. And then
I felt really bad.
Yikes.
I love my cousin to death, but
She won't hear this, right?
I hope not. But directing's not their thing. And
whoa, spilling the tea.
After tonight, I'm like, it is really not tricky.
I was like, it's gotta be a better one after, because he said they
is the
started
first
a
one?
play. Well, no, the first one went, they did it, and then the second play, like just recently, they were trying to get people going for it. And then they had everyone drop out because they didn't like the play. So
What?
then they swapped plays.
Was this a play that they wrote?
I don't know. Did they write it, Isaac? No way they wrote it, right?
He pleads the fifth.
I don't know.
Okay.
It was about 45 minutes long.
He's like, it was some play. I've never heard of it. They definitely wrote it. It's called Wicked.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there was some, like, musical parts that something about, like, Ariana Grande was going to be there for the opening night or something. But I was like, well, shoot, if she's going to be there, then I guess I better.
Well, you already have a girlfriend.
What were we talking about?
Oh, yeah. So I just responded to Isaac and said, no, it's cool. I knew that you didn't want to come. He never responded.
You never responded, Isaac. You were so mean.
I swear I responded to you.
I don't think you did.
He's checking his text right now.
I think I am checking my text right now.
Hey, you're driving.
This is
Do
good
not do that.
podcasting. You did not respond.
You said it's cool. I figured you wouldn't want to come. Smiley, laughy face. And to be honest with
And no
you,
response.
I didn't know if you were serious or not, and so I wasn't quite sure how to respond. I knew you were joking.
Yeah.
It just was it got a little busy at work today.
Yeah, fair enough.
I lied. It didn't get busy at work.
Oh,
I just
Yeah, he was
replied back.
he was
I'm so
literally
sorry.
so bored.
I was so bored today. I took a 2-mile walk on my lunch break.
Golly.
Wow. Well,
Well, thanks for calling into
I
the
got-
show. Feel free to
I
do
got
it
to
anytime.
I got to talk to Oliver.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
nice.
he did come in. Oliver saw me talking to Isaac on the porch, so he came out and he actually chatted with Isaac. It was
Oh, wow.
hilarious. He said he remembered who Isaac was. I'm not sure
okay.
if he did.
That was a full-blown lie. No.
I mean, let's be real. Am I that forgettable? I mean, I'm sure if you ask a couple people, they would probably say 100%. But,
They'd be like,
Give or-
is who
give or
forgettable?
yeah. Isaac who? But anyways, well, I will let you guys get back to whatever the episode that you were planning on having was.
Sounds good.
And yeah, but now that I know that you guys will answer the phone while you're potting, next time I know you're potting, you better bet I am going to be hitting both of you up. So.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Yep, and remember, for all the beautiful people out there in podcast land, be cool, be humble, and keep it a buck.
And what?
Yeah.
Good advice. Love it.
Okay.
All right, I'll catch you guys.
All right. See ya.
Okay, bye. I have no idea what that meant.
Yeah, I didn't even. catch the
Definitely
last
not. He said, "Keep it a buck."
bit. Okay.
That's not what the kids are saying
Classic
these days,
Isaac,
Isaac.
am I right? Well, he's what, 32 now, so.
So what?
So I'm saying he doesn't know what the kids are saying.
Clearly. No, that was
So,
funny.
His story of almost falling asleep in church reminded me of when I was in college. There were times that
Oh, I think I know
I
the
was in
story you're
class
gonna
and
tell.
I could not keep my eyes open to save me, and I was just trying so hard, just writing notes furiously to try to stay awake.
That's how you try to stay awake? Writing notes?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there was nothing else to do. So there's this one time I remember I was just trying to keep my eyes open and not look tired during the class. And I ended up finally when I kind of, I don't know, I guess you could say kind of wasn't feeling tired anymore. I looked at my notes and it was total gibberish.
Just nothing.
I mean, literally, it was like I was starting on the left side of the page and the note made sense. And then it was getting progressively more sloppy. And then it kind of trailed off and clearly
I think you
looked,
showed me that
Yeah.
note one time.
and clearly looked like it was trailing off down
Down
to
and
the
right.
right.
And it was just
and then
random
it was
words.
just kind of it was just scribbles. And then and then it said breadsticks.
Breadsticks.
And I have no idea why I have no idea what happened. But yeah, I think I was probably pretty obviously falling asleep in that class.
A similar thing happened to one of my employees. Did you ever meet Adriana?
Did she work for you?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I think so.
she's been doing some help for me this spring, and I had her doing a bunch of seeding on cold grown or cold tolerant veggies like broccoli, kale, cauliflower, whatever.
Okay.
So I essentially was giving her clear directions. Okay, broccoli, you're doing 3 flats. Put the tag inside the flat because I wanted to cover them so no rodent could go and steal the seeds or anything. So I'm doing all this. I take all the flats, I stack them up, and I keep on checking them to see when they are germinating. And then once I started to see some flats germinating, then I like unstack them and grab the tag out of the inside of the flat and putting them in. And I find one tag that is a couple of the tags I didn't have with me right at the moment, so I was like, just take this tag and write with Sharpie on there. One of the tags said upside.
Okay.
I was like, what is it? Well, it's not abbreviation for cauliflower or broccoli. So I texted the picture of it to her. I was like, do you have any idea what upside means? She's like, I am so sorry. I have no clue what upside means. And then the next day we were planting in a different greenhouse, completely different stuff. And she just randomly is like, "Oh, I got that app you were telling me about, the Upside app." She's like, "I've already made like $10." I was like,
I think I know what.
That's why you wrote Upside. I was telling you about the app, which I don't even have.
And she just wrote.
She just wrote
it down.
Upside. I was like,
She's like, "Oh, I need to take a quick note."
I was like, I have no idea what this flat is. It's some brassica family, but
oh yeah, Brassica bacillus.
I don't know.
No.
You're just making stuff up.
Yeah, making stuff.
Brassica is like it's cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels.
Oh, so it's like a family.
Yeah, it's like a family.
It's like a genre of vegetables.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Little Mac is like just not quite settling down.
Yeah. So did you have any stories that you wanted to share?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. This might be a 17-minute episode.
About Oliver.
Oh, I was gonna do that on the next one.
Oh,
I have a certain way I want to share. I want to start the podcast.
okay. So this is the Sunbury
Yeah, go ahead.
stories. I got you.
Go for it.
So let me just check my
Sunbury and
notes
Isaac.
here. We've had some things going on in Sunbury lately. I kind of feel like Sunbury Square is blowing up. Not
do you mean?
literally, but close. Because we had like a crazy crash the other day right on the square
Really?
between like a semi and a little car. Like clearly
Really?
one of them ran a red light and obviously like completely shut down the square. Like had all these
The whole square.
well, not like half of the square.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you couldn't
The
go
corner.
the corner. Yeah. But that was kind of crazy. And then literally we had a building. This was like before all the wind. So like the wind did not cause this. We had a building. It was a brick, just an office is what it was. But it like started to collapse just
my gosh.
completely randomly. Like
Sheesh.
you just walked by it and like right under the eave, it just like started to crumble. And they went like, obviously they like fenced it all off and everything. And it was super confusing because the day that it happened, like all these fire trucks were out there. I was like, did somebody like hit a gas line or something?
Yeah.
But it was because that building literally started to like cave in on itself. Can you imagine how scared that'd be if you were inside when it started to do that? But yeah, like within.
So it still had a roof when you looked at it.
It still had a roof, but it clearly was like starting to cave in.
Yeah.
But within like probably a week or so, they had big old excavators out there and they just demolished the entire building.
Really?
Yeah. It's gone.
Man, it just makes you wonder, like, who's the owner of that building,
I know.
and do they get any insurance for it, or
Oh,
like?
I mean, as long as the building is covered, right?
Yeah, but I guess
I mean, insurance,
it wasn't caused by like any like a
weather.
weather, a fire, or something like that.
The
So I don't know
way,
what that would fit under.
Well, you
Be ironic
use
if it was-
Eric Dill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The way he explained it to me was like any like sudden bad things
Something
that happened
something
to your
that
house.
wasn't predictable.
Because I was like, I mean, I was like kind of testing the limits a little bit when I was talking insurance with him when we got the house. I was like,
Oh, that's not sketchy.
well, no, not testing the limits, but I was just
Like,
asking
so
dumb
what if
questions.
someone lit a fire? No.
No. I was just asking him dumb questions because I was like, so my furnace goes out. That's not insurance, right? And he's like, no. For sure. It's like sudden, like that's like wear and tear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a house or a building just starting to cave in. That's definitely just random,
Yeah,
sudden.
I would hope so.
Yeah. So that was kind of crazy. Right now, like you can literally just see into their basement. Like
Jeez.
it's just walls in a basement with a fence around it. I'm like, whoa. I'm like,
Jeez.
what other building right around Sunbury Square is about ready to cave in on itself?
Hope it's not your house.
Hopefully. We had a neighbor arrested lately.
Really? Like
Yes.
like a neighbor from a house right next to you?
Right across the street, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was,
Did you get the story?
I've not gotten the story. I mean, I'm not going to ask him.
Okay. So he's not in jail right now.
He's back now.
Okay.
Yeah. He's an interesting fellow.
It sounds like it.
Very nice. He's always been very nice to us.
Uh-huh.
Maybe been a little bit too willing to share details about his life with us. That kind of guy. But yeah, Isabel and I were at home at probably like 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. And we were both just working on our computers. And Isabel's like, there's like a lot of comps over there. And like nobody had rolled up to the house with their lights blaring or anything. It was like it almost seemed like I literally saw him be walked out of the house with cuffs.
Oh man.
It did not seem like it was a surprise to him. It was
He's like, no, I
no.
figured this
They
would happen
definitely caught
earlier
me.
than it did.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was like at one point they had all these cars pull up. So it was the cop cars, but then there was a big black van, which was clearly something.
SWAT?
And then they had a couple other unmarked cars who pulled up, and they were coming in there too. Yeah, I definitely feel like I have a good idea of what it was. But at one point they brought a big old duffel bag out of, and I was like, "Whoa, look at that bag!" And Isabel's like, "Is that a body bag?" I was like, "That's not a body bag. It's just a duffel bag. It's a small bag."
Yeah. It's just got, $100,000 of cash in there.
Yeah. So that was interesting. But he's back to being the good old neighbor that
Back
he
to
is.
doing whatever he's doing. Hopefully not.
This is our direct neighbor. She got she got all of her siding redone.
Okay.
Looks very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice blue.
Oh, wait, was this right before the wind or?
It actually was.
not.
It was before the wind.
Hopefully none of it blew off.
No, it did not blow off. But yeah, unfortunately, the sad part is that her roof is bright red and deep blue. Not a good
So it
combo.
just looks like a Christmas tree?
Christmas tree.
Yeah, red and blue. Maybe she's just getting ready for America's 250.
You mean red and green?
Whatever. I mean, blue is also a Christmas color.
I mean, not as much as red and green is.
Maybe she's just getting ready for the America 250 birthday.
Maybe. Anyways, the point of me bringing up her house getting redone is there were a couple of long pallets left in her yard from the people bringing the siding and stuff over.
Yeah.
And I had gone over asking her can I possibly have these? If the people come back for the materials that are on there, can you maybe ask them to just leave the pallets? Cause I'll use those for tables out at the greenhouse. She's like, yeah, no problem. And then she just randomly asked me, she's a very sweet older lady, probably gotta be in her 70s. She was like, do you grow flowers? "That's your greenhouse?" I was like, "Yeah, I grow lots of flowers." And she's like, "For cutting?" I was like, "Oh, well, no, I don't do like cut flowers." She's like, "Oh, okay."
But my dad does.
She was asking because she was like, "I've got like 20 vases and I really
Vases.
She's like, "I really don't need them anymore." I was like, "Oh, wow. Where'd you get 20 vases?" And she's like, "Well, my wife was married to a Canadian." Okay. I was like, "Whoa, we are in for a story." If she starts the sentence with my wife, or sorry, I said wife. She actually said her daughter.
Oh, that's very different.
That's very different. She said her daughter was married to a Canadian. I was like, "Okay," and she was like, and she left.
Canadians are crazy. No, I'm just kidding. They're so nice.
She said, and she left him, and she moved in with me for a couple weeks, and boy, he was trying to get her back. He sent her a vase of flowers every day for like 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh. That would be so expensive.
Oh, I know.
Josiah,
They're like $75.
I sent Bailey a vase of flowers when we were dating one time.
One time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every other time I would actually like just pick up. Okay. I pick up flowers from the grocery store, okay? And it is way more
they're
reasonable.
pretty. They're pretty.
They're still pretty. Bailey prefers that over no flowers. So, anyways, one set of flowers, very expensive.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you're thinking about it from the Canadian's perspective, it's like, oh, drop several $100s on flowers for a few weeks and you might get your wife back. I mean, maybe that's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably worth it, yeah.
Yeah. I really wanted to dive in a little bit more on that story and be like, so who was right?
Tell me about how Canada is.
But yeah, that's all the explanation I got for why she had all the vases and But
that's a funny story. I mean, not funny, but kind
of sad.
Unique about
very unique
why she has so many vases.
Yes, exactly. I don't think I necessarily have anything else to say about Sunbury.
Shh, Baby Mac.
Baby Mac is just not happy.
It seems that every time that we record right now, I am lone parenting it because Bailey's somewhere, and Baby Mac is not having it.
The only other thing I have to say about Sunbury is the other day Isabel was busy doing something in the evening, so I was like, okay, I gotta find something to do.
Dude, your socks have massive holes in them.
I'm literally throwing them in the trash after when I take my shower. Okay. How dare you mention that?
All right, go ahead.
Gee whiz. I literally went through. I was like,
you shouldn't have worn them over here.
I'm sorry, but I went through my sock drawer. I was like, okay, this is the next time I wear them, and then boom, they're in the trash.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Yep.
I'm a maximizer. You know that.
Yes, I do. It made it into my best man speech.
Anyways, I was trying to figure out something to do the other night because Isabel was busy. So I texted Kevin, our cousin, in Sunbury.
Cousin-in-law.
Yeah. Well, same thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, I had asked if he wanted to play pickleball, and he was like, can't do pickleball because I promised Cam that I'd play baseball with him. So you're free to join on that. I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah, why not?
So every time I've ever done anything with Kevin, I've done it with him at the it's called the intermediate school.
Yeah.
In Sunbury. So I went over there.
Not this time.
Not this time. I went over there and I was like, I see that diamond over there. There's nobody over there. There's another diamond that's like being covered up by stands over here. So I walked all the way around the stands. Nobody on that diamond. I was like, maybe they're not here yet. So, I mean, I had called Kevin. I had called Lindsay. Neither of them picked up. I was like, I'll just...
Called Cam, then realized you didn't have a phone.
So I was like, I'll just sit in my car and maybe they'll get back with me. I had also told Jennifer about baseball. And she asked where. And I said the intermediate school. And she had said, like, if I have time, I'll make it over. So I'm just sitting in my car looking at my phone, and I see a text pop up from Jennifer. It says, "Is that you looking at your phone?" She's like you have no friends or something. I don't think she said that.
Thanks for calling me out.
So I just like, wait, clearly she sees me, and I look over and she's just like looking straight at me and just like bursts out laughing. Yeah. And so I get out and she's like, "Where are they?" I was like, I don't know. But she actually had them on location. So she could tell exactly where they were. The other park or the other school down the way. So
Still in Sunbury.
Okay. So we went over there.
It's a good thing it wasn't Hoff Park.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Hoff Park. But we went out there and oh my gosh. I'm glad I wore my crappy shoes because...
It was real muddy?
It was so muddy.
Huh.
I was like I was trying to kind of try to do the tiptoe run thing when somebody was like hitting a ball and I was trying to get it. It was
just super slushy.
So slushy.
Man.
But that was actually the very first time I've ever like done real baseball. Like I've done softball. I've talked about that on the pod last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never done baseball, and boy, tell you what, those like when you get a dinger, that is satisfying.
Oh yeah, it feels good.
That is so much fun.
Yeah.
I almost had one go out of the park.
You're like, I think I could sign a multi-million-dollar contract.
No, probably not. But boy, felt good.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I also brought my my water bottle that I've probably owned at this point maybe the majority of my life, that Jennifer gave me for a birthday present. I made sure to bring that out there.
My birthday present.
I made sure to bring that out there because in case she came out and I was like, "See this water bottle?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "You gave this to me for a birthday," and she's like, "What? Like when you were 10?" I was like, "Genuinely, probably." She's like, "How do you still have that?" I was like, "I don't know. It's one of my favorite water bottles."
Some of the things that Jennifer gave us were the best because I remember getting a birthday card from her that had...
They were so funny.
It said, "Once upon a time, there was the Chicken Man." It's just this guy with like a basically like patchwork overalls.
Yeah.
And then it says, "And the Chicken Man did one thing," and then you open it up and it says, "And that one thing was drywall." Happy birthday. I was like,
they're literally the most random cards, but they were so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of my favorite birthday cards ever.
But yeah, we finished up on baseball and went back to the house and played some ping pong.
Oh man, I love ping pong.
I've been playing some ping pong with Kevin since I moved up to Sunbury.
I really love ping pong.
Yeah. Dude, I think I beat you pretty good right now, not gonna lie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin still beats me for sure the majority of the time.
Yeah, well, he normally beats me too, but that doesn't mean that you can beat me.
A couple times ago, I played with him. I think we played probably 12 times, and I had one win.
Nice.
One of those losses was pretty atrocious. Like, I think I had 6 points. But all the others were like 17 to 19 points. It was like, I'm right there.
Okay, well, got fighting words there.
Yeah. I mean, I just almost wish there was like a video of some of the volleys between us because I'm very impressed. I'm like, holy cow, how did I hit that?
Yeah.
But yeah, ping pong, fun.
Yeah, ping pong. It's the Lord's sport.
What?
I don't know. So I've got one quick story,
Okay.
and it has to do with something that I never thought that I would ever say that I would partake in which I would partake, if you want to not end your sentence in a preposition. And that is, I had a gas station roller.
Oh my goodness. You were that desperate?
No, I wasn't. I actually wasn't desperate at all.
You were just curious?
So UDF, United Dairy Farmers.
I was
going to
ask
kind of like a regional.
which,
It's kind of a
gas
regional gas
station.
station around here. It has a pretty loyal following.
Not that it actually matters that much, but if I had a roller hot dog, I think I'd want it to be from Sheetz.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Sheetz looks like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
With food. I've had a sub from them before, and it was really good.
Yeah, I've had multiple things from them.
So, United Dairy Farmers on every Wednesday has a freebie item, and sometimes they are really good. Last week it was a breakfast burrito, and I was like, that sounds pretty good. So I thought I would drop by there on my way to work and pick one up.
And it's just being part of UDF rewards or whatever.
Yeah. So I walk into that UDF. I was very specific about which UDF to go into because I feel like the UDF on Players Parkway, I get judged a little bit when I go in there and get freebies. There was
Why? Because you were in there every Wednesday?
I mean, there was
Wow, damn.
yes, yeah, for the most part, and then they had like a freebie week, and so I was in there like most every day.
Wow.
But it was like every time I went in there, it was kind of like I don't know, it was just like a whole thing to get the coupons to work and everything. And I'm just
Ooh,
like,
yikes. Trying to get a 99-cent thing for free.
No,
and
most of the time they're like $4 or $5.
Okay. Trying to get a $4 or $5 thing for free and coupons ain't working?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Just not
you
worth
hate
it.
that.
Yeah. So anyways, I went to this other UDF and I walk in there and I'm looking around for this breakfast burrito and I cannot find it.
They're sold
anywhere.
out.
No, it was like 5:30 in the morning.
Oh.
And so
5:30.
yeah, so
You wake up so much earlier than me.
yeah, I do. Kids. So the guy that was working was in the back, and then he comes out, and I was like, "Hey, do you guys have the freebie?" He's like, well, if you want the freebie, you can. If you want the breakfast burrito, you can go down to the UDF on Sancus, and they'd be happy to serve you one of them. We don't have them here, but we can do an exchange, a free exchange for one of those roller items.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, thanks. And so I just decided, you know what? Either I'll just leave, not big deal, or, you know, I'll go over there and take a look at it.
Nothing.
I'll take a look at it and just see what they have. But I'm like, this would be ridiculous to get a roller right now, right? Because they have like hot dogs and like
on the plus side. Well, I guess you could look at it from either way. On one side, they just put them on.
Yeah, probably.
It's maybe not even warm
or
yet.
They've been rolling all night.
It was.
It's like, how many miles have these things been rolling?
That's how the hot dogs display. It's like this has 3 miles.
Yeah.
Whoa! Let me
like
look for a tenth of a mile,
yeah,
please.
It's like when you go to Tim Hortons and it's like, this has been brewed for 20 minutes. Yeah. So I walk over there. I'm like, it's kind of ridiculous that I'm even walking over there, but I'm a sucker for free stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like, there's going to be hot dogs and like bratwurst, you know? And so I go over there and of course they have hot dogs and bratwurst, but they also have these like breakfast rolls, like from, I'm trying to remember it's like Toquinos or.
Is it like tortilla outside?
Yeah, basically. And it's like a breakfast roll.
Okay.
So I was like, well, heck. just gonna try this thing.
Did you put it in like a? You don't eat it with a bun though.
No, you don't eat it in a bun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got like one of their paper containers and
Yeah.
threw it in there and got it for free, and then jumped in the car and was kind of hungry, and I was like,
Shocker that you were kind of hungry.
Worst case scenario, this is really bad. I get food poisoning. Work is horrible, but I have a story for Josiah. Best case scenario is it's actually pretty good, and I have a story for Josiah.
I mean, the upside is not that big of an upside if we're being honest.
Yeah, but I didn't get food poisoning. So, and you know what? It was fine. But it tasted better than what I imagined a hot dog would taste at 5:30 in the morning. So, all that to say, I never thought I would get a roller. I got a roller.
I mean, yeah, it is technically a roller. I thought you got like a dog, but
no,
you got a roller.
Yeah, I got a breakfast roller.
That's why I stick to the promos that don't require coupons. The other day,
like what? Oh, no. You'll tell a story.
No, this is not. This doesn't relate to that. The other day, I went to BB Bop.
Oh,
where orange and buy one get one.
What?
Free. I actually should have told you about that.
You should have told me about that.
Yeah, I definitely should have told you about that because I know you would have.
Recently, we need to go to BB Bop.
Oh,
because we've only been there one time, and it was like before we were married. So,
oh man,
it's been probably a decade.
Definitely feel bad about not telling you about that.
Yeah,
but I worked it out in my day perfectly because the promo started at 2 p.m. and went to 9. Oh. But I was like,
Isabel one.
I did.
You're like, no, I just got one, ate it, and then had another one for.
But I've gone to like Chipotle for their free burrito days before, and it's been insanely busy, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not about ready to go because we were planning on going to BB Bop on the way to our Westerville Bible study. Yeah. So it was gonna be at like 6:30, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be horrible. But I worked it out perfectly with my day because I was going to Home Depot to get a new dishwasher.
Oh,
different story. But yeah, I figured it out to like go to BB Bob at 4. Nice. Just walked right in, walked right up, got it.
I love BOGOs.
I wore my super trashy Duramax bright orange sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I don't know why the deal was wear orange. I guess just because they're mostly orange with their logo. I don't know.
Maybe.
But the dude was like hyping me up about my orange sweatshirt. He's like, "Oh, wore your nice sweatshirt." I was like, "Dude, this is my work sweatshirt. This is not nice."
Oh my gosh.
He's like, "Would you like to join the BB Bop Rewards?" I was like, "Maybe next time."
Oh man.
Yeah, but got us a free BB Bop.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of BOGOs recently. Got a BOGO Chipotle coupon sent.
Oh.
It wasn't like a full blown BOGO day.
Yeah.
It was just for me. So we got BOGO Chipotle the other day.
Just for you.
Yeah.
That's what you tell Bailey every time you come
sorry,
home.
Bailey.
No, sorry. This is just for me.
Yeah. Get PB&J. We got BOGO Potbelly sandwiches.
Oh.
That was good. That was really good. There's something else that we got BOGO.
Last time I was at Potbelly, I genuinely didn't know like exactly how much cash was in my pocket. Like it could have been like I knew it was several bills. Could have been like a 20 and a 5.
Or it could have been $3.
It could have been like a 20 and a 5. I knew I had enough there to pay for our Potbelly.
Yeah.
But it could have been like 2 20s and a 5 and some ones, something like that. Mm-hmm. But anyways, I knew I'd already put my hand into my pocket for cash and had pulled it out. And then we pay, and then somebody asked me, "Did this 20 fall out of your pocket?" I was like,
honestly, I don't know because I don't know how much cash I have.
I was
I
kind of
just have
honest.
so much cash
I was
all
kinda-
the time.
No.
Go ahead, you keep it. I have more cash than I know what to do with.
Shut up. I was honest with the guy. I was like, honest, I don't actually. It very well could be mine, but I'm not actually sure. And he let me have it.
Oh, wow. That's very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of thinking, I was like, it's gotta be mine,
gotta be mine.
right? It's gotta be.
Oh, man. All right.
Yeah. No reviews, right?
Well, not that I'm aware of.
Well, it's all good.
We do have
We're
two
kind of getting
more-
into a rhythm
we
with
do-
no reviews anyway.
Yeah. We do have 2 more reviews, written reviews on Spotify.
Oh.
Yeah. We're up to 7 5-star reviews on Spotify.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
Come
watch
on,
out, Joe
strong.
Rogan. We're coming for you.
No, we're not.
Okay. So leave us a 5-star review and a comment and subscribe on YouTube.
Tell us about the last BOGO you got.
Yeah.
And if you regret ever having a roller item in your life.
And if you have any crazy Sunbury stories.
No.
All right.
Thanks
Peace
for
out.
listening. Bye.